Hi guys, it's Tara Reid. You're watching Joe and Marie all day, all night. YouTube family.
How we doing, guys?
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of What Didn't Make Our Shelf, and this is episode number, holy shit, 48, and I have 11 titles. I watched a lot of Hallmark movies. We watched a lot of Hallmark movies.
We watched probably over 40 movies,
Yeah.
easily, this month.
And we streamed a couple.
Probably about 20.
We stream when necessary.
Yep.
We didn't have those Hallmark titles. But anyway, you're here for what we didn't like. Or rather, what I didn't like. This first one is a hot Vinegar Syndrome title. Blu-ray only with the slip. And it is Rush Week from 1989. 96 minutes. And it actually wasn't that bad. But it's about a female reporter that investigates a girl's murder. And it doesn't show the kills. Spoiler. But all the kills are done with an axe, and you see the axe go up and then go down, and it cuts to another scene. So if you're looking for kills, you're not going to find them here. But anyway, it's a fun fraternity with some hijinks and party fun, and it's more of a whodunit. It's a good one-time watch. I mean, not a good one-time watch, but pretty good.
A decent one-time watch.
Yeah. Rush Week. With a cool slip.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 2.5.
Nice.
Not bad.
I didn't watch it.
We have other stuff that's better. But moving right along, number two. This was actually a crappier movie. But anyway, this is an Arrow Blu-ray only. And it is We Are the Flesh from 2016. 79 minutes. Why am I still holding my pinky up?
I don't know.
It's a life and death, and it's about rebirth, and it's literally nonsense. And a creepy man's face. It's nuts, with some color pulsating scenes. It is subtitled, so it's in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a trippy, weird movie. Kind of like the ending of Climax.
I watched it. It was horrible.
I had to show you some clips. I'm like, what
It was so
the
bad.
Blu-ray hell is this? But there's not a lot of talking. Some really raunchy vocabulary going on in this. And I just did not like the crazy face of the man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a psychological, maze to watch. Nothing important. No story, but the end of the story, the man walks out onto the street in it's like a New York scene, and I'm like, okay, he's reborn somehow. So people die, people are reborn, and it's,
What'd you give it?
oh my god, I gave it a 0.5.
I give it a 0. I give it a half a star too.
It's a hot trash award.
0.5.
It's a hot trash award.
It was bad.
Yeah, nuts. Anyway, there was just so much crammed in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is another Vinegar Syndrome title, Blu-ray only, with the slip, Devonsville Terror from 1983, 82 minutes. So this one was pretty cool. It opens up about 300 years ago. They burned this woman as a witch and 2 others. And now she's back, and 2 others are also back. So they're reincarnated somehow.
Mm-hmm.
They can do that. They're witches. But anyway, 3 women moved to the town of Devonsville, and they each have an occupation. And the residents of this town are very particular of whom they let into the town. So it's kind of like a club. It's like, I want to run it this way. No boys allowed. We only want to do this, this, and this. But, yeah. It opens in the past with the killings of the female witches, presumed to be a witch, and then all these women that are reborn have all these weird visions of how they were burned as a witch. So they get these flashbacks, and there's some flashes in their eyes. Nothing CGI crazy, but I felt it was interesting. But there was this really cool face melting scene. That was cool. That's like the highlight of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if I spoiled it, but it's not like, you know, an amazing movie. It's no, what do you call it? Moana 2 or something?
Yep.
Like an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm.
They left the end open-ended, so it could like go either way. There wasn't much of a tie-up, so maybe the curse is broken, maybe it's not. Only evil will out evil. And there you have it.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 2.5.
Again, I didn't see it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Nah.
The next one, oh my gosh. This is a hot one. Let's see what I did there. But anyway, this is Deadly Daphnes Revenge with the slip. This has the Blu-ray and the DVD from Vinegar Syndrome. It is a Trauma Team release. It's also called The Hunting Season. Did I say it was from 1987? 87 minutes?
No, you didn't.
Well, it's from 1987, 87 minutes. This is about 4 men being accused of the hard R subject with a young woman, barely 18. Anyway, they pick up this hitchhiking girl and they take her to a cabin and they get involved with her, and basically all 4 men's lives are ruined. And one man even hires a hit on her because she might do something to subject their lives and ruin their career or whatnot. But a good chunk of the movie is about this girl instead of Daphnes Revenge. And Daphne is a crazy lady. She's got some crazy eyes at the end. There's nothing more dangerous than a woman seeking revenge. It was a weird opening, but once you watch the whole movie and see the ending, that's how they tied the ending in with the beginning. Because if they didn't have that opening in the beginning, the ending would have been
ruined,
screwed up, messed up. Yeah, but yeah, it was more about this young woman being violated and the men's lives that were affected. All 4 men may or may not have violated this woman, and things happen as a result of them being accused, or not all of them being accused. I don't want to spoil this one totally, but yeah.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 3. It kept me watching for sure, but because of the hard content, it's a one-time watch. Definitely. It was worthy, but the content, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's scary. Coming from a woman's perspective. But anyway. Number 5. Night Train to Terror. Another Vinegar Syndrome release. Blu-ray and DVD with a slip. I was intrigued in this movie, and I saw it online because that slip was just wow. It was all kind of shiny gloss on some aspects to it. But anyway, it's about a rock band that gives their final performance on a hellbound trip to the outer reaches of horror. So Satan and God are in the back of the train talking about these people's lives. And on another block of the train, there's a rock and roll band playing Dance With Me. And they played the song Dance With Me too much, I felt. It was like, it was too much. But anyway, they're chatting about who wins, you know. Oh, they're going to side with Satan. They're going to side with God. But it was pretty interesting. And they're looking out this window of space at the people's lives. And there's 3 different people's life story about, are they good or are they bad? In the end, you see the train riding off into space. But supposedly, at dawn, the train is supposed to crash and everybody on the train dies.
Spoiler.
The train crashes. Spoiler. But yeah.
What'd you give it?
Interesting. I gave it a Oh, this is a hot trash runner-up. I gave it a 0.5. It was just psychological, sci-fi boring to me. But there's a little gore in there. There's some interesting, plot to it. I mean, you could at least get more out of it than We Are the Flesh, which you could get zero plot out of it, basically. But anyway, yeah. Night Train to Terror. All right, moving right along, we have a DVD. This is from 2012. It is 158 minutes. It went fast for me. That's what I said. And it is Les Mis. This is with Amanda Seyfried, Anne Hathaway, Russell Crowe, and Hugh Jackman. This is a really good story set in 19th century France about an ex-prisoner on the run, a factory worker, and her daughter, Cosette, and the story of life, love, survival, and war. And the torment that this woman goes through because of what a boss in a factory did. And if you haven't seen it, it's a must-see. I actually gave it a 3.5. I'm going to spoil the rating right now. I've actually seen, I think, the play as well, but that was a long time ago. But this is definitely a worthy watch. Heavy content, but not as heavy as Daphnes Revenge. But, Les Mis, a must-see if you haven't seen it. Great story about a woman and this child. And the story of the child is basically the whole story and what got me. 3.5. Glad I checked that one out. Oh boy, this next one though. This one is from Vinegar Syndrome with a slip. It is Evil Laugh from 1986. It may be there, it may not be.
It'll be there.
It is 87 minutes. It's a group of medical students that spend the weekend helping their friend fix up an old foster home that they want to start up again and reopen. And there was a horrible massacre of the young children that occurred there. This was about 10 years ago. And all of a sudden, people die. It's fun, cheesy. There's some intimate scenes, some gore. Nothing too special. And there is an evil laugh. Yes. They didn't lie about the title. The evil laugh is ridiculous. But yeah. They are killed off one by one. It's a bunch of couples. So it's not just single people. So there are couples involved.
What'd you give it?
And they just knocked off one by one. I gave it a 1.5. It was nothing too special. Just some fun music, fun couples hanging out, people dying. This next one, sit down, strap in, and hold on. This is pretty much an adult film, but you can literally watch it as a regular film. But it doesn't make as much sense because of the girl, because she's crazy, and it just so happens her name is Karen. But the name of the movie is A Woman's Torment, and it is from 1977, and it is 84 minutes. This is a Blu-ray and DVD. Vinegar Syndrome, no slip on this one.
No slip.
Nope. So there's two versions, an R-rated and a regular version. And you're literally watching the movie, and all of a sudden it just, cuts out, and they take out all the intimacy, and then it goes to another scene. And it's pretty quick. So Dawn and Frances are struggling with their marriage, and her ill sister, literally, her name is Karen. No pun intended, I guess, but she's crazy, really crazy. And she lives with them, and it adds to the mix of their struggling marriage. And Karen decides to live at her family's empty house on a remote beach. And she loses her grip on reality, and her delusions and violence increase. And she's crazy. And there's a lot of intimacy again. A lot a lot of nudity. And I give it a 1. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Sorry, Ken, if you're watching. This did not make my shelf.
One of Marie's Vinegar Syndrome porns left the shelf.
Woof. Anyway, thanks for buying that title. I will watch pretty much anything he buys. Alright, a couple more left. This next one is actually a Christmas holiday film. It is Blu-ray from 2015, 81 minutes. Uncle Nick. Oh boy. Nothing ruins Christmas like the family. So, drunken Uncle Nick stumbles to his brother's house for his family Christmas gathering. And it's fun. There's a lot of family issues. Some sexual interests. We won't go there.
The craziness that ensues.
A white elephant, Christmas present giving, some alcohol, some siblings, some fights.
It was a big mess.
Yes. Hot mess.
That's all we can really
Raunchy
say
language.
without going into detail.
Raunchy content.
I actually watched this one.
Yeah. Not bad, but they had to tie it in somehow with some guy's podcast.
Yep. It was a good one-time watch.
Oh, I didn't even give it a rating. I gave it a star. I'm gonna give it a 1.
Yeah.
I watched it twice.
I give it a 1. It was a good one-time watch. It wasn't anything that I would watch again.
No, I watched it again, I guess.
Yeah. It wasn't really my
I just
thing.
wanted you to see that. But anyway, this next one is on DVD. It is Let's Scare Julie from 2019, 83 minutes. This is the hot trash runner-up. This is a ridiculous film. Not known cast, nobody big. Sometimes a prank comes back to kill you. Literally. The prank goes terribly wrong. They want to scare Julie, their neighbor. And it goes very, very wrong, and all the girls are in trouble. So this group of girls are in a room spying on Julie's house, and they go over to Julie's house to try and scare her. And
it goes ensues, yeah.
The craziness ensues.
And it goes horribly wrong. That's
Terribly
all you can
wrong.
really say about it.
That's the movie.
Yeah. Without spoiling anything. But that movie was
They
garbage.
have like some meat masks.
Garbage. So bad. I wanted to shut it off so many times.
I was having a little bit of pain watching it. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit through this and watch it. I gotta see how this ends. But yeah, I gave it a 0.5. This next one though, this is on Blu-ray and DVD. It is Blind Spotting from 2018. 95 minutes.
This one, I bought this movie recently because on Bob's live stream, Mizzy recommended it to him, and Bob gave it 5 stars, so I was really curious on how well this movie was.
Bob's not going to like me after this review.
But it didn't make our shelf.
No, but I was very happy to check it out. It's about a criminal on parole, and he's got 3 days left of his sentence before he's out. And he needs to stay out of trouble. He needs to stay out of trouble, but his best friend can't stay out of trouble. So it had a great wrapping message at the end. That was like the best part of the movie. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is very subjectively true in today's society, I thought, but just because of genders and ethnicities, what have you, but pretty good one-time watch. It's no 5-star. It's no 5-star for me, but I gave it a 2.5.
I watched it as well, and I give it like a 2.5. It's a good one-time watch, but a lot of times I got kind of bored watching it.
I did too, a little bit. But
I
hey,
just felt like it meandered a little bit.
Yeah, but hey, if you give it a 5, enjoy it. Go right ahead.
Everybody likes something different.
Mm-hmm.
But that
maybe somebody out there really likes Let's Scare Julie and low-budget movies.
Yep.
Enjoy.
But that is everything that Marie watched, and I watched a couple. It was 11 titles that didn't make our shelf. As you see, we only had 2 to show. All the rest of them sold on the Whatnot stream already. So,
Stay tuned for more.
Yeah.
It did make the shelf.
Until next time.
Thank you for watching, and
Yep.
Happy New Year.
Yep.
Bye.
Hit the like button.
Oh, hit the like button, subscribe.
Comment
and-
down below if you've seen any of these and you thought the same or you really liked them. Tell us, Joe, Marie, you're wrong. Let us know.
That's okay.
It's fine. But until next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.